Welcome to Sew Anastasia, and today I'm going to show you how to add nylon horsehair to the bottom of your garment. What this is going to do is take your droopy hem and it's going to add volume to it. When you walk, it kind of floats behind you. It makes your hems gorgeous. So if you're looking to amp up the hem on your garment, check out this method because it's going to take it from blah to va-va-voom. And the technique I'm going to show you today will work on any fabric. I just happen to be working on an organza fabric today, which is sheer. So whether you're adding this to an existing garment or a pattern you're sewing up, the first thing you need to do is make sure you have the right length of hem plus some seam allowance. And I left a 1/4 inch seam allowance on my hem. We need this 1/4 inch seam allowance so that way we have something to sew to the horsehair. And if you're upcycling an existing garment, you're just gonna cut off your garment to the hem length you want plus seam allowance. Don't worry about that existing hem. We're gonna make a new one with the horsehair. Once you have your hem length cut, you wanna finish the edge so that way it doesn't start fraying and falling apart when we're attaching the horsehair. I'm going to be using a baby roll hem on my serger, but you can also just use a zigzag on your sewing machine. So if I was using a sewing machine instead of a serger, I would use that little zigzag stitch and run it along the edge to bind my fabric together so it doesn't fray. But I'm gonna use the baby roll hem, so let's go do it. So my baby roll hem set up on the serger, and I'm gonna go around the entire hem. My hem is finished with the baby roll hem. Let's take a look at it. So you can see my edges are nicely finished on the organza here, and now we're ready to apply the horsehair. Now before you start attaching horsehair, make sure you have enough to go around your entire hem. You need enough horsehair to go around the entire hem. You don't need extra. It's not going to gather it or anything like that. Then you just need a little extra for seam allowance. That way we can overlap it at the ends to give it a clean finish. Just real quick before we move on, if you're enjoying Sewing Anastasia, make sure you like and subscribe. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you want to learn more about sewing, make sure you check out our online and in-person courses. There's links down below for everything. So we're going to be pinning the horsehair on the right side of the garment. Leave a couple extra inches hanging off beyond the seam, and we're going to start pinning. So I'm going to leave mine just right above the baby roll hem there because it's so small. It's like 1/8 of an inch. It's like a little bead of thread. And I'm just going to work all the way around. Now the horsehair, it stretches. So you can see how it's flexible, which is great for when you're having to sew curved hems and you need a part to come in a little bit. But while you're attaching this, make sure you're not stretching it out. Otherwise, it's going to make your hem get a little funky. Just try and keep it nice and flat. And if you zigzagged your edge, you're just placing it right on top of that zigzag. Just line up your horsehair with the edge of the fabric. So now that we have this pinned on, I'm not going to pin my whole piece. I'm just going to kind of line it up as I go, but it's going to look something like that. And my first stitch is going to be 1/4 of an inch away from the edge. You could also do 3/8 or 1/2. It's really up to you, but I'm going to keep mine nice and small at 1/4 of an inch. And we're just going to be using a regular straight stitch. Now it's a great idea to test your stitch lengths and tensions out on a scrap, depending on the fabric you're using, whether it's something heavier like a wool or something really soft and sheer like an organza. And if this is your first time, I do recommend pinning all the way around the hem just to make sure you have enough and everything's lining up for you. I've done a bunch of these though, so I'm pretty confident I can line it up as I go. Now I'm using a straight stitch with a stitch length of 2.5. I'm going to back stitch at the beginning, and I'm just going to work my way all the way around this hem. When you get back to where you started, I want you to sew so you're really close to where you left off. Maybe leave like 1/4 of an inch or so, pretty close to where you left off. Back stitch. And now I need to connect these two ends. So when you cut into the horsehair, it likes to fall apart and it's really pokey and scratchy. And if you're wearing something and you don't finish these ends, it kind of feels like a pin goes into you. So we really want to make sure we finish these ends. So we're going to do that with some bias binding. We're going to cover them. So now we're going to sew right in that first crease of the binding. We're going to cut off the excess. We're going to fold in the ends and wrap the binding around the other side. Let me show you how that works. So I'm going to sew right in that crease. all the way to the end, back stitch. So now those two pieces are together with the binding, but I'm going to cut off the excess now right next to the binding. Cut my threads. I'm going to trim off some of the ends. I'm just going to leave a 1/2 inch of the binding here. And now what we want to do is essentially finish that seam there. So we're going to wrap the binding around it, but we've got these long ends. So we're going to tuck in the ends so that way we don't get anything poking out. Fold that binding over twice, and then we're going to sew the binding down. I'm going to flip it around so I can start on the other end to keep everything out of the way. So we fold the binding down, over. So now that the binding's folded down and over, it's time to stitch it out. Back stitch at the end, and now our edge is going to be nice and bound together. So now this is not going to fall apart. I know there's a contrasting thread there, so you just want to use a matching thread, and you don't even notice that stitching as much. So cut all your threads, and then if you still have a little section here to sew together, you want to sew that together. So now I'm just going to push the binding here to one side and continue sewing up this 1/2 inch that I didn't catch before. Now that we have it initially sewn all the way around the hem, we want to add an understitch because that's going to help keep the horsehair under to the inside and keep it nice and flat. So what we're going to do is just hold it nice and flat, and we're going to add a little edge stitch on the fabric, catching the seam allowance. What it's going to do is prevent the fabric from coming up. It's going to really control the outside fabric, so that way when we turn it into the inside, it'll keep it nice and flat. So now I'm going to add my understitch all the way around the hem here. And again, that's 1/8 of an inch away from your seam. When you get back to where you started, back stitch. Now let's go take a look at it and go over our next step. Now that we have our beautiful understitch in there, it's time to flip it to the inside, pin it down, and iron it. So now what we're going to do is take the horsehair, we're going to flip it to the inside, and we're going to pin it down. So you're going to pin it down at the top, and you're going to notice some of the self fabric rolls to the inside. You want it to do that, so you're going to get a nice clean hem there. Now while you're doing this, kind of press the horsehair to the hem so it creates a nice rigid hem, and we're going to iron that. And you're going to notice that the horsehair up here is bigger if you are sewing a circle. So we're going to go over to the iron, and it's going to cinch that up for us in the iron to make it nice and flat with our skirt. So let's head over to the iron and pin up our skirt and iron everything flat. So I've already ironed this section so you can see how nice and flat it is. And now I'm going to put a pin in it just to help hold it in place. And I'm going to work all the way through this hem. So you can see where I haven't ironed it, how it's kind of puffy looking. So I'm just going to push the horsehair over to the hem and start ironing it, steam it. When you steam the horsehair, it helps give it shape. So you can see how it starts to flatten out, and then you can put a pin in it. And you're going to keep going at this all the way around your hem until it's complete. Now that the hem is all ironed and pinned up, it's time to sew it. This is our last step. And when we sew, we're going to sew 1/4 inch away from this edge so we're not too close to the edge, risking it falling apart, and we're not too far down so you don't have like a big flap of horsehair in here. So we want to sew fairly close to the edge of the horsehair. So I'm going to start at the same seam I have been. I'm going to make sure I add my back stitches. Take out your pins, do not sew over them. And just keep working your way all the way around this hem. When you get to the end, back stitch, and let's take a look at it. Look at how beautiful our pink horsehair is in this black organza skirt. It's gorgeous, and you can already see how it's adding to the billows of the skirt. Now let's try it on the dress form and take a look at that gorgeous hem we just created. And here's our skirt finish with our beautiful horsehair hem. Look at how lovely the billow and the flow is on the bottom of this. And when you walk, it just kind of floats with you. Look at how beautiful the movement is with the horsehair. I just love it. This technique definitely adds a little more style and structure to your garment. So I hope you give it a try next time you need to hem. You can use this technique for an upcycle, a garment you're creating, or maybe something you're just hemming and you want to give it some more style and volume. Thank you so much for watching Sew Anastasia today. If you have any questions about the process, leave it down below and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. If you enjoyed the tutorial today, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. It really helps out the channel a lot. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching today. These videos are for you guys. And if you want to know what's going on in the studio, check out the Instagram stories. And if you're looking to learn even more about sewing, well, make sure you check out my online and in-person courses here in Chicago. There's links down below for everything. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!